You video it and
I'm videoing it, yeah.
you video and I'll get photos.
Ready, clear. Ready, fire. Look on line.
Mary. No, wrong Mary.
Mary Reynolds.
The boss.
Well, your boss anyway.
Good to see you, Mary.
Yeah, I do.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gathered here at a very historic site. A site which was used in revolution in two different centuries. 1798, John Carroll owned the property and mustered men and women to march in support of the 1798 rebellion as they went to fight at Tara. On the Wednesday night in 1916, the 5th Battalion of the Dublin Brigade marched from Killeek to this barn to set up camp. There are reports of Joe Taylor butchering a sheep for them to eat, whilst some of the others went to Garrettstown to raid the RIC barracks, which they took, but they did have a slight advantage as there was only one RIC man in position. But they had a successful day. They had taken swords and they'd taken Donabate. The following day, they marched through Garrettstown to Burnstown, where they camped and which we have just visited, before they went on to attack Kilmoon Barracks, which led to the Battle of Ashburn. We're particularly honoured today that Billy and Mary Reynolds have invited us to be present here as David O'Connor, the Mayor of Fingal, unveils a plaque commemorating the Barnes role in 1916. There already is a plaque marking the 1798 use. So, Mayor, say a few words.
Willie Cook, Quotation Ard Mera, Tarigi,
Just to add a little bit, and you're all very welcome, and in particular my fellow councillor Dara Butler, who's come all the way from Swords.
Uprig,
Billy and Mary Reynolds have owned this building for 45 years, and besides staying together for that length of time, have each got family ties with these plaques. Billy's great-great-grandmother was Anne, sister of John Carroll. Mary is from Swords. She's the daughter of Jim Hearn. On Easter Monday 1916, Jim was then an 18-year-old member of a Dublin Brigade of the Irish Volunteers and went to Fairyhouse races. On returning to his home on North Circular Road, his mother told him there was a lot of noise coming from the centre of the city. As Pastor Kavanagh said, there was a bit of a row. He told her he would slip down and see what was going on and that he would be back shortly. It was 8 months before he returned, having gone on holidays to Frongok. His fellow volunteer, Bernard McAllister of Swords, who was one of the 50 men of the 5th Battalion, had a quieter Wednesday night, he recalls. After a good supply of food had been partaken, the battalion started for Garristown and went into camp on a place called Baldwinstown about 10 p.m. approximately. A small party in charge of Dr. Hayes, of which I was a member, proceeded to Garristown on cycles. Cahill has mentioned what went on there. They came back here, had a good meal of meat, bread and tea, and slept in straw in the stables. Billy has been renovating the building and is only halfway there. However, you were invited in to celebrate the occasion with a drink, not a good meal, and the seats are mostly bales of straw. Thank you, Billy. Yep. It is a great honour for me. This is the wrapping up of 10 years of work by a lot of people, particularly the members of the Fingal Old IRA Commemoration Society, Cahill here as well, a lot of other people, I won't mention them all, and Fingal County Council, who have engaged and embraced the whole 1916 commemoration both locally and nationally in a huge way. We're not finished. As some of you know, we will be very strong on the whole Thomas Ashe event, and as some of you may know, we are going to have a rededication of the Cross of the Rat Memorial in September. The refinishing of it. We're going to put up the two statues that were meant to be put up 57 years ago. So tonight marks a kind of an end for us, and we hope you all will join us inside here. And I now formally going to unveil the plaque. Thank you.
You can reach. Hey!
Yeah. Before we take the photographs.
Yeah, before we take photographs and so on, the Mayor will again lead us in the national anthem.
And you can all join in.
Winnicott, call test your on the vein. Harrogate, Adam.
Shinna Fina fall, a tough